have a challenge for you. What if, just maybe trying it for 1 week, you stopped thinking of your competitors as competitors and started thinking of them as your community? Hi, I'm Susie Istvan from Social Susie Designs. I want to share a story with you. Before I was running this business full-time, I was also teaching yoga. Quite a few classes a week at several different studios, and I got to see the behind the scenes of how several different businesses that were in the same field operated. And there was one studio I taught at where the owner sort of viewed all other yoga studios as competition. She was really upset when a new studio would open. She was really offended if her students went to other studios. She was really hurt if her teachers taught at other studios. And that's understandable. She was scared. She was worried about competition. The other studios that I went to and taught at and practiced at and learned a lot from tended to have a different mentality. They would work together. They would host events together where all of their students could come and practice in one big, awesome celebration of yoga. They would compare notes with each other. They would host teacher classes where teachers from one studio could practice with another studio. The idea was, rather than trying to elevate their own studios, they were elevating yoga in the city. The result was more people practicing yoga, more people trying different studios and finding the style that really, really fit them, and more business for everybody. The studio that wasn't participating in any of this really remained pretty isolated and had a lot more trouble pulling in clients, and just generally there was more of a really restricted mood and feel there. What I took away from that is something I bring into all of the marketing I do now, and that is, instead of viewing your competition as the enemy, view them as your community. Start to look at the people in your industry as partners in serving the same people that you do. Now, whether you actually talk to each other or not and create a really formal community, start to shift your mindset so that you don't see them as someone who you need to beat, someone you need to copy. See them as someone who pushes you to be better, pushes you to offer something that you had never created before, and makes everything better for the people that you serve. If you're coming from this really great place of service rather than this place of making your business bigger and making your business more money, you'll end up creating amazing things for your community. Now, another good reason to have a community of people that you can rely on is that being an entrepreneur, let's face it, can be really lonely. Yes, you get to set your own hours. You get to decide what projects you're going to work on, who you're going to work with, who your clients are going to be. That's all amazing. But there is this kind of loneliness that comes with running your own business. You tend to be a little isolated, right? You spend a lot of time looking at the computer, maybe watching videos, listening to podcasts, but you don't get to have a lot of interaction with coworkers like you would if you were working in an office building, right? So start to see if you can cultivate some community. Maybe use meetup.com, use social media, use some face-to-face interactions even to create a community where you can have discussions, bounce ideas off of, get to know other people who are doing the work you're doing with the interest of making everyone better, right? So with that in mind, I've created a Facebook community called Marvelous Brand Builders, and I want you to join. I want you to come and talk about your ideas, get feedback from other business owners, just generally play and feel a good sense of community. Whether you come and join our group or not, I want you to take this challenge and even just for a week, try changing your mindset, viewing your competition as community. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.